Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And this is episode 697 of the show. And we're going to talk about what happened last night on SmackDown. That's right, the SmackDown Event Center. For the 7th of July, 2023. I missed some of it because I was late. I missed a little bit. In fact, no, I didn't miss it. I thought I missed it, but I slept through the segment between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, which I will get into when because I decided to rewatch that. And sometimes I sleep through any segment. I make sure is a wrestling site. I go back to it and everything else, so that way refresh my memory. I always try to check up on it. So Usos kicked off SmackDown. They said they're about to start a trial for Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman interrupts the Usos. They try to tell him to shut up. And then Paul Heyman says, there's only one person to tell me to shut up. And then Solo Sikoa shuts him up, grabs the microphone. Roman Reigns comes out. And then the trial of Roman Reigns begins. They got some evidence against him. And Roman's like, this is not me. This is who I am. But he's at the point where he says he's done. You want to do this? He's done. So he puts on that royal Samoan lei that would give the person of Samoan descent the power of being tribal chief. And as he puts it on Jey Uso, he knelt down and he low blows Jey Uso, and after kneeling down, and then his brother Jimmy Uso attacked Roman Reigns. Solo Sikoa grabs Jimmy, tosses him off the reins, and Solo Sikoa spikes Jimmy, and then they both continue the attack on both Uso brothers, and Solo Sikoa took out Jimmy Uso as a splash through the table. So, and he was taken out on a stretcher, and Jey Uso was freaking out, flipping out about this, so, and he went with his brother to the hospital. So we'll see what happens there. Honestly, that would not be the last time you will see Jey Uso for the night. U.S. title was on the line, Austin Theory versus Sheamus. And during the matchup, though, Pretty Deadly and the Brawling Brutes got involved. And it got to the point where Sheamus was distracted, and Austin Theory took advantage of it, pinned Sheamus for the United States Championship. And the Grayson Waller effect. Special guest, Edge. And Grayson Waller claims that Edge has got this big announcement, and Edge goes, I'm back, I'm going to fight. And Waller goes, that's not the announcement. And then Waller makes the dumb mistake of announcing that Edge is going to retire. Edge goes, no, and my first match back will be against you, Grayson Waller. So I'm like, This is what happens when you run your mouth, Grayson Waller. You're going to get burnt. And that's what he did. So, anyways. And, and Grayson Waller says, you know what? It's time for you to sink or swim. We're going to find out tonight. And, and Grayson Waller's got a look on his face going, uh-oh, what have I got myself into? We'll find out. AJ Styles and Karrion Kross went one-on-one. This rivalry started a month back, probably a couple of months back. But Scarlett tried to get involved, and Mia Yim decided to get involved in attacking Scarlett. And it distracted Karrion Kross to the point where AJ Styles took advantage of it. Phenomenal forearm. 1, 2, 3. And Asuka addresses the Madison Square Garden crowd. I think her hair is a little shorter again. And she decided, well, she said that no one was ready for Asuka. Bianca Belair interrupts her. They started fighting. And then Charlotte Flair comes out, started brawling with Bianca Belair. Well, and Asuka's about to go off the top rope to do something. But before she even thinks about diving off the top rope, she's forgotten one little thing. It's called Miss Money in the Bank. Io Sky. Io Sky gets involved, clobbers Asuka. Alright, and then Bayley's trying to help her out. And then she tells Bayley, go tell her I'm cashing in. And then as Bayley was about to go cash in, not Bayley, Io Sky was about to cash in, Bianca Belair grabs Bayley, attacks Bayley, and then that was it. Prevents it from being happening, and basically, a lot of folks are not very happy about that. So we'll see what happens. A long one, but Bianca Belair will get her shot next week. And if Bianca Belair wins, I bet you 2-1 Io Sky is going to make Bianca Belair pay. So, totally excited about that. Here we go. Main event match: Edge versus Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller making his in-ring debut. Huge opportunity for Grayson Waller. And Grayson Waller gives Edge all he's got. And Edge ends up winning the matchup. But Edge grabs the microphone and was really impressed with Waller's skills in the ring and said, you swam. You didn't sink, you swam. And drops the microphone and walks away. And Grayson Waller's kind of... Maybe if Grayson Waller has that confidence to go toe-to-toe with Edge, will he challenge John Cena? Who knows? Who knows for sure? I'm sure that'll be in the back of Grayson Waller's mind. Grayson Waller knows that if you want to make a name for yourself, man, go after the legends. Go after the biggest, baddest dogs in the yard. Edge was one of them. Didn't come up the victor. Cena's another. We shall see. On NXT Level Up, couple of matches. Fallon Henley took on Tatum Paxley. Fallon Henley, the girl of Country Grit, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. And Henley did pick up the victory. Scripps went up against Kale Dixon, and Scripps did pick up the victory on NXT Level Up against Kale Dixon. So, actually, rewind that. Let's go back to the Uso. All right, Paul Heyman. Let's go back that. Rewind that before. So you heard about the NXT Level Up. Let's rewind the final segment of SmackDown from last night. Paul Heyman has warned Roman Reigns that Jey Uso is on his way back to the arena and he's looking for you. And then Roman Reigns says, "Well, you won't have to look for long because I'll be waiting for him in the ring." So Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman were in the ring. Roman Reigns goes, "We're going to do this one more time." New York, Madison Square Garden, in all of New York City, in all of New York, acknowledge me. And then Jey Uso interrupted him. He starts going out. Then Solo Sikoa tried to cut him off the pass. Jey Uso grabbed a steel chair, clobbered Sikoa with it, and then he goes after Roman Reigns, clobbers him. And as Reigns and Sikoa did retreat, and so did Paul Heyman. Jey Uso saw the Universal title, grabs it, and he says, "You know what? I'm challenging you to a match. It's going to be trial by combat now. No more games, no more Wiseman, no more anybody to back you up. It's just you and me, one-on-one. You better accept my challenge." And Roman Reigns is like, it's like he's ready to accept that challenge. So I'm just really, SummerSlam maybe? Who knows for sure. Well, that is it. That's all the time we have on episode 697 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. The Wednesday Festival will be open up in 5 minutes, but the wrestling show does not start at 2. In fact, today it is a huge day for the Wednesday Festival as far as wrestling is concerned, because history is in the making, and that history is that for the very first time in its 50-year history, there will be a steel cage wrestling match at the Whalen City Festival. I'm not kidding. And it's tonight at 8, and it's for the Whalen City Festival Tag Team Championship. So history is in the making. So until the next episode comes rolling around, and I'll talk about Rampage on the next episode, I'll see you then. Until then, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A sweet bowl for raving dingleberries, telepictures, and distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.